Hey, you. Yeah, the one who stared at your phone screen a little too long tonight, wondering why every match feels like a dead end. We've all been there. Endless swipes, ghosted DMs, that spark that fizzles before it even lights up. Dating today? It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack made of fireworks. Exciting at first, but mostly just exhausting.
Today's dating and society is just horrible. The new texting is getting to know you. People easily can move on to somebody else with a quick sliding in their DMs or getting on a dating app.
Social media and dating apps have ruined this entire generation because everybody is under the illusion that there's limitless options out there. On one side, you have girls with 500 plus likes on Hinge, 300 DMs to go through, 86 unread text messages, offers to be flown out to LA for something, go on a 100-foot yacht in Miami, go to a really fancy dinner in Tampa. And on the other side, you have guys that are sending out 50 likes a day on dating apps, following a new girl every day on social media, sending DMs, texting people, Snapchatting people. It's this merry-go-round of dating and people talking to each other.
In the next 7 minutes, we're unpacking why modern dating feels so broken, backed by real research and stories that hit close to home. We'll spotlight the shifts, the sneaky pitfalls, and most importantly, how you can swipe smarter, not harder. Stick around. By the end, you'll feel seen, equipped, and maybe even hopeful. Let's dive in. So what's really going on out there? Picture this. A decade ago, meeting someone meant bumping into them at a coffee shop or through friends. Now, it's algorithms deciding your fate. And the numbers don't lie. A 2020 Pew Research Center survey found that 47% of Americans say dating has gotten harder over the last 10 years, citing everything from emotional risks to tech turning connections impersonal. Fast forward to 2025, and an Ipsos poll reveals that 50% of men aged 16 to 24 feel it's tougher than ever to find a partner, thanks to social media overload and app fatigue.
My controversial but most humble opinion, social media has ruined relationships not because of porn, not because of micro-cheating, but because of over-analyzation. We have picked apart every single aspect there is to being in a relationship and expected not to have some sort of negative outcome as a result of that.
Why do you think dating is hard?
Because of social media. So social media got these chicks thinking that they got something they don't have. So they only fuck with niggas who got bread. And then turn around and be mad when them type of dudes who got a bunch of money want every bitch. These same bitches will turn around and pay Chris Brown $1,000 to take pictures with him. You feel me?
You're not imagining it. The game's changed, and it's left a lot of us playing catch up. But here's the empowering part. Once we see the shift, we can adapt and play on our terms. That starts by zooming in on the core cracks in the system. First up, the paradox of choice. With apps serving up infinite profiles like a buffet that never ends, you're wired to wonder, what if the next one's better? Psychologists call this choice overload, and research shows it leads to decision fatigue, shallower judgments, and fewer deep dives into potential matches.
Dating apps have single-handedly ruined relationships and have destroyed the idea of true love because it's given us way too many options, otherwise known as the paradox of choice. Rather than enriching our lives, these dating apps have single-handedly skewed our perceptions of relationships because it promotes a disposable culture where connections are fleeting and the quest for the next best thing is unending. These apps promise to streamline the search for a partner, and it offers a seemingly endless buffet of potential matches at the swipe of a finger. But this abundance of choice has inadvertently led to a paradox that undermines the very essence of love. Having so many options actually makes it harder to pick someone and stick with them.
It's why you might ghost a solid convo for a shiny new notification. That endless scroll? It trades depth for distraction, leaving you connected to everyone and no one, which naturally feeds into our second headache, gamification and the burnout loop. Dating apps aren't just tools. They're engineered like slot machines, hijacking the same dopamine hits that keep you pulling the lever. Neuroimaging studies confirm it. Swiping lights up reward pathways just like gambling, turning one more match into an all-night compulsion. No wonder a 2024 Forbes health survey hit hard. 78% of users reported feeling emotionally drained by the endless cycle of hope and rejection. It's fun until it's not, until you're swiping out of habit, not hope. And that exhaustion? It paves the way for problem 3, emotional misalignment. Matches happen, but real bonds? Rare. Profiles are highlight reels, filtered, performative shells that hide the messy human underneath. Studies on situationships show this low-commitment haze thrives on ambiguity, with ghosting and undefined vibes spiking as defaults. You're left investing in illusions, not intentions. Stack these up, endless options, addictive loops, surface-level sparks, and you've got a system that's great at matches, terrible at meaning. It's why so many of us end up scrolling solo, hearts half full. But wait, before we swear off apps forever, let's flip the script. Is dating truly shattered, or is it just remixing the rules? A 2025 University of Illinois study tracked college students over a decade and found their core relationship goals, commitment, support, haven't budged. What shifted? The paths. More casual starts, flexible timelines, app-fueled variety. It's not broken, it's bolder, demanding we evolve too. We cling to old rom-com timelines, meet, marry, settle while the world's gone hybrid. Embrace that evolution, tweak your lens, and suddenly the chaos becomes a canvas. Which brings us to the best part, your playbook for thriving in it.
One of the biggest telltale signs that the person you're with is right for you is the simple fact that they care about how their actions make you feel. It's not that they'll never hurt your feelings, because frankly, that's impossible. But when they do, they show empathy and accountability. They want to understand your perspective, not just defend theirs. They want to listen, and they want to help repair the hurt that they've intentionally or unintentionally caused. Not because they're always wrong and you're always right, but because they care about you more than their own pride.
The truth is, once you get into a good relationship, you'll be insecure, but you can manage that with the other person. You'll still have fears, but you and that person will work through those fears together. And there's no finite answer to that, right? There's no like, okay, good, we got over our insecurities. They're going to keep coming up one after the other after the other. It's not the absence of, but it's the ability for them to be present and for that to be okay, and for someone to say, I love you still, and I'm still here and in this with you.
You felt the frustration, now let's flip it into fuel. Here are 5 doable shifts to date with heart, not hustle, starting tonight. Step 1, quality over quantity. Ditch the swipe marathon. Cap it at 2 to 3 profiles a week that scream values match. Ask yourself, does this feel like my person or just a placeholder? Depth wins dates, volume wins headaches. Step 2, authenticity as your superpower. Trade filters for realness. Share that quirky hobby or vulnerable story early. Studies show vulnerability forges trust faster than perfection ever could. You'll magnetize matches who see you, not the mask. Step 3, boundaries from the jump. Define your non-negotiables. No ghosting tolerance, no endless chit-chat without plans. Crave commitment, voice it day 1. Clear lines cut the ambiguity fog. Step 4, offline first, app second. Treat swipes as scouts, not saviors. Lean into hobby groups, friend intros, or that local event. Real chemistry blooms in person, pixels just preview it. Step 5, guard your inner game. Rejection, it's app math, not your math. Anchor self-worth in your wins outside romance, hobbies, growth, circle. As one expert puts it, your value predates any profile. Date with purpose, not pursuit, and watch connections click like they were waiting for you all along.
Okay, before you define the relationship, try asking some of these questions so you can understand them better and make sure you're both on the same page. What didn't you get in your past relationship that you'd like to have in this relationship? What would you say your love language is, and how do you like to give love? So what do you consider cheating, and how would you define it? I want to make sure that we're both on the same page on this. So how much alone time do you prefer to have throughout the week? How do you normally handle stress, and how would you like me to support you? Given things go well, what do you want from a relationship long term? So where in your priorities do romantic relationships come in?
Modern dating might feel fractured, but it's not fatal. It's a call to get intentional in a world that's anything but. You've got the why, the feels, and now the how. Which step hits home for you? Drop it in the comments. Let's swap stories and strategies. Hit like if this sparks something. Subscribe for more real talk on love's wild side. Thanks for joining the convo. Stay unapologetically you, date boldly, and remember, the right connection finds the real you. See you soon.